Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now, and I'm here today with indie band Best Not Broken. Hey guys.
Hi,
Hey!
Cynthia.
Well, we have Eric Jackson on vocals and guitar. Say hi, Eric.
Hi, guys.
Nick Farr, also on vocals and guitar. Yay. Carlo Carluccio on drums.
Hola!
Where are you?
Hola!
Okay. And Brad Boyle on bass.
Word.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the success of your five-track EP, Falling In.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
very
Cynthia.
much.
Just want you to know that I love the song and the video for I Won't Stop Loving You.
Oh, that was my idea.
Okay, let me just move this chair.
Well, the video really matches the storyline of the song. It's so sweet. Tell us about the making of that wonderful video.
Well, how did I make that video? Let me see.
In 10
All by
words or less.
yourself.
Really, I played every role. That's computer graphics for you these days. CGI. It's amazing.
It was an amazing process. Well, actually, we worked with an awesome producer on that, Cynthia Kahn, who came up with the video storyline for that song, and put together a cast that was really great, and came up with a concept that we felt worked really well for the tune. It was actually shot right here in southern New Hampshire, a town called Hollis, New Hampshire, and it was a 2-day shoot. One day we were standing in a barn for a long time in the cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, I think
Ice cold.
very, very cold. And the other day was a crazy wild day where we had a bunch of volunteers and a couple paid actors,
We had cars, we had babies, we had models, we had everything.
all of them.
Bananas.
And I think we had 15 scenes to shoot in about 10 hours. So it was kind of a mad rush to get people from the staging area where they were doing their hair and their makeup and getting them to the car location, which was driving around this small town in southern New Hampshire, trying to avoid any major car accidents. But it was a lot of fun, and it came out really well. We're pretty excited about it.
Don't forget, I had a clipboard.
And Carlo
I
had
had
a
a
clipboard.
clipboard.
We all had special roles.
Yeah.
Carlo had a clipboard.
Clipboard holder.
Well, do you know the actors because they were so perfect? I love that video.
Thank you. But I
Yeah.
take, again, all me,
I'd like
all
to thank the
performances.
Academy.
I feel like I deserve an award for that one, certainly.
we knew actually a lot of them. Most of them were either friends or friends of friends. The two main actors, our producer hired and brought in to do kind of the detail work, but the mature couple was played by my grandfather, who was 91 years old, and his new bride, who was 89 at the time, and they did a really awesome job too. So it was pretty cool having a lot of our friends and my grandparents be a part of it.
Well, for those of you who didn't get it the first time, the video is I Won't Stop Loving You, and it's awesome.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Well, I love hearing how bands find each other and come together. So why don't you go around and tell us the backstory behind Best Not Broken?
All right. Well,
Brad, do you want this one?
I'm just kidding.
I feel like I shouldn't go first.
I would say that the best way to find a band is the Craigslist Casual Encounters section.
It's amazing how that works. Best Not Broken has actually been kicking around for a long time, mostly as a cover band, and we've been kind of waiting for the right lineup to come together to launch it as what we thought would be a real strong original project. And with this group, we finally got that. Nick and I connected, I think, back in 2011, and it was a Craigslist interaction, which is kind of funny because actually at the time my girlfriend was working with his sister, and they both said to me on a number of occasions, "You ought to call Nick. He's a great musician." And I said, "I don't want anything to do with that guy. He's a dirtbag. I'm not talking to him."
Smart.
And then by accident, we ran into each other on Craigslist, not knowing who we were. And about a month after he joined the band, we realized that this was the guy that I was being told about for a long, long time. So
This,
that
by the
was-
way, is the only part of the interview that's true. Everything else has been a complete
No,
lie.
there's one other thing that was true.
Total fabrication.
See if you can figure out which part.
But so anyway, that was in 2011, and then in I guess 2000 and when did you?
13?
13?
I think 13.
2000.
Last year.
Yeah, last year.
That was last year. Interesting
Yeah.
enough.
He's a baby.
Time flies.
He's a baby. He's a child.
But Carlo, in addition to his baby routine, had been he was a pretty well-known drummer on the circuit around here, and we did a couple gigs with him. And
We kidnapped him. We put a bag over his head and we said, "You're coming with us."
We did. The primary reason we brought Carlo in was because of his pants. He's got a lot of pants,
Colorful pants.
all different colors, and that's been very cool.
I'm a bit of a pants man.
He's a pants man. Brad, on the other hand, doesn't wear pants. For
No
him.
pants.
I'm
But-
not
No
wearing
pants
right
for
now.
Brad.
What he did do was he
I'm sitting on his lap. Trust me, he's not wearing pants.
No pants.
Zero pants.
Instruction.
no pants, but he wore a hot dog hat to his second audition with us, and I think that's when we knew that we ought to let him try to play the bass a little bit and see how we could do. So we did, and it worked.
There's a lot of Craigslist connections with this band. Actually, I threw up an ad on Craigslist, and I'm not going to specify the text because it just let's just say it caught Nick's attention. But yeah, it was something like, bass player looking for dirt bags for
Yes.
band.
Yeah.
But I didn't, it's one of those things. It's like Craigslist is an amazing and magical thing. It kind of brings people together in all kinds of ways.
So here we are.
I've heard that. I've interviewed several bands who came together because they met each other on Craigslist.
Or jail, right?
In jail. Craigslist in jail mostly.
Well, okay, now that we know how you met, why don't you tell us a little bit about your music backgrounds?
Yeah, good question. You want to start?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's make Carlos start.
I
Pants.
play music in red pants, sometimes green pants, but more often than not, no pants. And that's where I got my start. And then I became a drummer, and I drummed around New England, and then I answered a Craigslist ad, and here I am with the Dirtbag Reunion.
This guy played with Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, baby.
Tom Jones. Not
not
unusual
unusual.
to be Carlo.
The Tom Jones?
Tom Jones, the Tom Jones.
The Tom Jones. Not wild.
So what about you, Brad? What's your background?
Believe it or not, I actually minored in undergrad in music history and theory. You'd never know it from my playing, but I did. I've been playing bass since I picked it up in '95. I played in bands in Washington, D.C., bands in Ohio, which is where I grew up. This is actually the first group I played with in New England. So, yeah, that's kind of my background. It's pit orchestras, things like that. I mean, all kinds of really random, weird things.
Fancy stuff. Very fancy stuff.
Fancy pants. Mr. Fancy Pants.
He's fancy
No,
pants.
no
You
pants.
play upright bass?
I do not. It's all electric bass. Bass guitar.
What about you?
Oh, I don't play music.
He's the delivery boy. He
I destroy
lives
it.
music.
No, he doesn't. He
I
doesn't
destroy
play
it. That's my job.
music. I think we all have overlapping influences. There's a classic rock influence, I think, in some of what we do. I mean, Nick and I know are fans and students of the 80s and 90s, and for me personally, I think I learned music when I was probably like in 5th through 8th grade, and stuff would come on my music alarm on my clock radio, and I'd reach over to bang it and turn it off, and all of those songs I realized later that I really liked them a lot. But it was, it was the pop stuff of the 80s and 90s, and bands like The Police and REM. But I've always come back to kind of the indie alt rock thing, and that's where we've been. I think we're going to some new places, but I think we all bring something unique to the mix.
Nick? Guess that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't play music.
No, I don't play. I destroy it.
Okay.
All right.
I attack
Say
my
something.
guitar with brutal force.
Okay, then we're moving on to social media. Well,
I attack that too. Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
exactly. You need to use it to connect with fans and tell people about your tours and all your new hit music and videos. So why don't you tell us how you use it and where we can find you on it?
We have a MySpace.
MySpace,
yeah.
We have a MySpace.
Friendster. We're on Friendster. We're on. No, we have a very classy looking Twitter page, twitter.com/that'snotbroken. You can find us at facebook.com/bestnotbroken. These are kind of our two main outlets at this point, I would say. We're also on YouTube, obviously, videos. The kids love them. The kids love videos.
What about our website? Should we talk about the website?
We have a website?
We do.
When did we get that?
We do. It's not really social media, but it's it's media.
Yeah, it's media.
It's media.
Bestnotbroken.com.
On the interwebs.
On the interwebs.
Which
If
on computers.
you pull out your web TV keyboard and connect it to your television.
Nick is actually our social media expert. He does all of our
These poor bastards.
all of our social media stuff. Every once in a while we'll get on and say something, but mostly if you're on our social media stuff, you're talking to Nick. Which is too bad.
I'm afraid.
You should be. You should.
Okay, well,
Weird. Really weird.
He found us on Craigslist. It's his fault. That's what you get. You get what you pay for.
that's where you find most of your fans. You find most of your fans on Craigslist too.
It's true. Yeah.
That's a great question.
Wait a minute, that's a good idea.
That's a great question.
Also in the casual encounter section.
Cynthia, does that count as social media?
I think
find
so.
fans all over the place. We find them everywhere. We find them at shows. We find them online.
Back alleys,
Back
wherever.
alleys.
You know.
Prison.
Prison.
Prisons. Yeah.
The best fans that money can buy or bribe.
And sometimes that.
Whatever it takes.
Sometimes that hot dogs can buy. Let's be honest.
Sure. Yeah, hot dogs too.
Okay. Well, since Amused Now is about artists helping artists, I'm afraid to ask, but what advice do you have for other artists and bands like yourself who are trying to make a name for themselves?
I would say quit and let us go. Let us be free to be the number one. We want to just coast. We don't want opposition. We don't want anybody who's a greater talent than us getting in our way. We just want a free ride to the top.
Free ride.
So yeah,
Nick was explaining earlier how he's not competitive.
not.
So we don't want anyone to compete with. Now, the truth is, I don't know if there's a really good answer to that question. I mean, I think that you've got to have a good product to start, but we've tried a lot of different things, and some stuff works and some stuff doesn't. And I think you got to find your audience. You got to figure out who your audience is, and then you've got to find the best way to connect with them. And maybe it's social media, and maybe it's doing a bunch of shows, but it's probably different for everybody. And I think it's an evolution that every band's got to go through, and we're doing it just like everybody else. But bottom line, it's a lot of hard work, and I think that's the key.
And if hard work fails, hire Carlo and hire Brad.
You can do that too. But they're booked for the next year.
At least.
Okay, so what's up next for Best Not Broken?
Dinner?
Dinner.
No,
Yeah.
dessert.
Dessert.
Yeah, we're having dessert.
We had dinner earlier. We're going to have dessert next.
Oh, gosh.
But
Okay.
after dessert,
Pastries.
pastries, right?
Pie.
We're
Some of the reason he's here.
Brad likes pie.
we're working on a new EP. Well, I don't know if it's going to be an EP or a full. We're working on a new batch of songs, and probably, well, there's talk of a single, but I would say that sometime in early 2015 you can count on a new release from us, and there will probably be a string of shows thereafter to promote that release. We've got some exciting new sounds in the kitty, and we're looking forward to doing some new stuff.
We hope you don't hate it.
How could I? So are you touring at all? Where can people see you play?
Well, do we want to play?
I guess we do sometimes.
Well, right now we're doing mostly stuff in the New England area because we're writing and working on our new thing. I think that probably come 2015 we're going to be trying to grow that a little bit, and we're still we're a Northeast band. It's going to be Northeast United States oriented to start, but from there, who knows? But right now, New Hampshire and Boston is where you'll usually find us.
And they can look for you on your new website and Facebook and Twitter.
All that stuff. Absolutely.
We're everywhere.
We're in the cloud.
Well, guys, I had a fabulous time meeting all of you tonight.
Nice meeting you.
We
too,
had a good time with you as well.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
It's a very endearing smile.
Well, I wish you a wonderful evening and all good things.
And to you as well.
Yes, thank you for chatting with us. We appreciate it, and hope to see you again sometime soon.
Thank you.
Amused now!
All you gotta do is call, baby. All you gotta do is call.
Really? Okay. We'll call you.
Well,
We'll call you.
well, we've not had that kind of interview before. This is going well.
Will you be a fan too?
Yes, I will. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now. This featured artist presentation has been brought to you by Amused Now Entertainment, a website that enables artists to profit from their creativity. To learn more about Amused Now, visit us at www.amusednow.com or email me at ckahn@amusednow.com.